भगवान का डर किसी और को दिखाना महाराज।
ये इंडिया है, समझे? ये आपको सूट नहीं करेगा।
सुन के बताओ मंत्री जी नाश्ता में क्या खाए हैं?
It was a year of some extraordinary performances by male actors. Some sparkled in big central roles.
मैंने तुमसे बोला था ना दूर रहना। बोला था कि नहीं?
Others made their presence felt in crowded ensemble pieces.
हम गांजा पीते हैं, चरस पीते हैं, 2-4 और मर्डर किए हैं, जेल भी गए हैं। तुम भी क्या करते हो बता दो।
Each played enduring characters who stayed with you long after you'd left the cinema.
बिहार में बागी होते हैं, डकैत मिलते हैं पार्लियामेंट में।
Amir Khan, the star of Talash, Irfan Khan, the eponymous hero of Pan Singh Tomar, Ranbir Kapoor, the protagonist of Barfi, and Nawazuddin Siddiqui, the breakout star of Gangs of Wasseypur, sat down to talk about the madness of making movies at the Actors Round Table. You know, all four of you played characters this year that we don't get to see in Hindi movies very often. Amir, you played a man who has a brush with the supernatural while he's coming to terms with the death of a loved one. Irfan, you played a sportsman who becomes a dacoit as a result of the apathy from the system. Ranbir, you played a deaf-mute man who feels a deep commitment to a mentally challenged girl. And Nawaz, you play this man who inherits decades of rivalry and is committed to taking revenge till the very end. I have to start by asking, what made you feel that these were characters that people would want to see on screen? And were you always confident that you could pull off these characters?
Actually, when I'm selecting a film, I don't really think of whether people will accept it or not. That doesn't. It's something that I don't know for sure. What I go by is how I'm affected by the script. That I'm clear about.
Okay.
That the script affects me, it moves me, and that's what matters for me. You know, on the face of it, he's a brooding guy who pretty much is pretty low throughout the film. He's not a very active hero,
right?
In Talash. I'm aware of all of that. He's not an easy guy to like. He's not an easy guy to admire. He's not an easy guy to. But I like the script, so I did it. That's it.
Irfan?
I was excited about the story very much because this two-liner itself was so exciting, and that just hit me. It hit me emotionally. And my friend, one of my friends, was posted in that area, and I told him his name. See, there was this guy called Pan Singh Tomar, and something happened to him like this. Can you please find out any details about him? And he came out with nothing. Then again, I became more curious. I said he was national award, national champion, and no details, no records. So it keeps fascinating me. And sometimes it happens that, when Tigmanshu came and narrated the script, it was just there. Boom. It was just taking me over,
Ranbir, were you drawn to the character of Barfi instantly?
I always look if the director has something to say. So when Anurag Basu came to me with Barfi, it was just a very thin line in his head, about a relationship between a deaf and mute boy and an autistic girl. And, he started speaking about Chaplin and certain influences in his life. And I just saw, he was very excited about it, and that childlike quality somewhere came in the film itself. So, I think it's an amalgamation of everything. It's just,
so you were investing in the filmmaker's vision in
Absolutely,
a sense?
because he really had something to say.
Okay. Nawaz, for you, was this a role that you instantly connected with? Did you feel right away that you could play that character in Gangs of Wasseypur?
एक्चुअली जब मुझे ये रोल बताया गया तो मेरे साथ दो चीज़ें एक साथ चल रही थी कि मैंने बहुत सारे रोल ऐसे कर लिए थे जिसमें मेरी बहुत पिटाई हो रही थी तो मैं बहुत परेशान हो गया था एक तो सर जब ये लगा तो इसमें इसमें चांस हैं मुझे दूसरों के पिटाई करने के चांसेस तो वो रियल लाइफ में भी इतना एंगर हो गया था मुझे कि वो जो वासेपुर का जो कैरेक्टर था वो और मेरी रियल लाइफ का जो एंगर वो एक ही साथ निकला तो दैट्स व्हाई
Okay. Now, what's the one performance that blew your mind this year?
Priyanka and Ranbir from Barfi are for me the favorite. I have to say one more thing. I don't watch too many films.
Okay.
So, for example, I have not seen Pan Singh. I have not seen Gangs of Wasseypur.
Okay.
And I have not seen a host of other films. So, I don't see that many films, unfortunately. But I'm very clear that for me this year, the performance that really hit me was Ranbir and Priyanka. in Barfi. I really loved it, and I felt that I want to see it again and again to really understand and learn from what they've done.
It's big praise coming from Amir.
Absolutely.
I've said this to him earlier at my house at Diwali when you were there. Yeah, I really loved it.
Who would you vote for Ranbir this year?
I think I was totally bowled by Nawaz's performance in Vasipur 2. And I messaged him also after seeing the film, and it was something which I saw on when I saw it on screen. I'm like, wow, I can never do this, and I don't think I could even do this after 20 years. So yeah, I think his performance was my favorite.
Nawaz, your favorite performance this year?
And this, of course, Barfi.
Irfan?
I haven't seen a single. Last film I saw was Three Idiots.
Okay.
After that, I haven't.
3 साल हो गए उसको यार.
I haven't seen any film after that. I don't know. Sometimes
चलो कोई तो है जो मुझसे कम फिल्म देखता.
I'm very careful. It's like music. Bad music is a noise. I cannot watch it unless and until it hooks me. Like period drama for me. No.
Okay.
I just run away from that. People with that.
But when you watch a movie, being an actor yourself, can you detach yourself as an actor and just see it as an audience?
My own film?
No, any film.
Yeah, that's the magic of cinema. That's the magic. Then the film should make me forget myself. If you are not forgetting yourself, then you're not in it. And
I can never watch a film as a film person.
So you say just as an audience?
As an audience. Whenever I'm watching a film, I'm always the audience. मैं बड़ा जल्दी manipulate हो जाता हूँ.
Okay.
If there's something happening on the screen, I cry, I laugh, I talk to the actors. अरे कहाँ जा रहे हो?
Right.
Because I'm like पता नहीं he's walking into a trap. So
Okay.
sometimes I pretend.
I'm an ideal audience for a director.
Showing all my films to him.
Sometimes I try to pose as if I'm in film business. I should analyze.
Right.
And I start analyzing. अच्छा ये short था, वो short था, and after
मेरे से
after
नहीं
some
होता
time it's gone. Then
अगर
you're
फिल्म बहुत बुरी होती है,
Then
तब
you
मैं
can see
देखने
the...
लगता हूँ. Then I'm not involved in the film.
Correct.
Very few times that has happened. It's so bad that it doesn't involve me, because even if it's a mediocre film, I get involved.
Okay. Who is the first person that you turn to when you have professional doubts?
I have never really needed to do that, except on one occasion, I have to say. When I was doing Lagan, and I remember that I really liked the script of Lagan, and I was thinking, who's going to make this film? Because I had not decided to produce it. I was thinking, which producer will make it the way it has to be made? So what I did is I called my parents, my dad and my mom, and I called Reena, my ex-wife. And I told the three of them, I want you to hear the script, which I've liked very much, and just hear it. So Ashutosh came and he narrated it to Reena, my parents. The narration got over. They were very moved by it. I could see their tears and all that. So I asked Reena, I said, what do you think? She said, I just liked it. बाकी तुम्हें करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए वो मैं नहीं बता सकती. My mom said, आमिर तुम्हें ज़रूर करना चाहिए. बहुत अच्छी कहानी है और एक चीज़ याद रखो, हमेशा अच्छी कहानी करना. And my father said the same thing. अब जब अम्मी अब्बाजान ने ये बोला, and I thought, because they're very conservative, they're film from the film world.
Right.
My father has been a producer for 30 years.
Correct.
It's a very unusual film. So when he's saying do it, I got some confidence.
Okay.
थोड़ा मुझे confidence आया. The second thing I thought of is that I thought that all the people who I admire, whether it's Gurudutt, Raj Kapoor, or any of these, V. Shantaram, Bimal Roy, they've taken some very bold steps in their lives when they have chosen difficult films to make. For example, Chetan Anand made Heer Ranjha. The entire film is in rhyme.
Right.
You need guts to do that. पूरी film में rhyme में बनाओ, Heer Ranjha. So they would also have been faced with decisions कि मैं करूँ या नहीं करूँ. And they took those decisions. So that thought that if I admire these people and I want to be like them, then I have to be as bold as them as well. So that's the time I remember. It's the only time perhaps in my career when I took a second opinion.
Okay. Nawaz?
डाउट्स तब ऑप्शन नहीं था. द ऑप्शंस बहुत सारे आते हैं तो डाउट शुरू होते हैं इस तरह की चीजें. तो हमारे सामने तो ऑप्शन ही नहीं थे कोई, तो डाउट की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं थी उस वक्त.
Ranbir?
Yeah, so even that I come from a family of actors and filmmakers, but being very mediocre in school, I thought now is my chance really to do something. So then I kind of became selfish. So I want to take credit for my success and also deal with my failures. Otherwise, I guess I won't grow. And my parents have never really forced an opinion on me. They've never questioned me. Why am I doing anything professionally? If it's a movie, if it's bad press about me being spotted with a girl and all of that, which I got a lot of. So yeah, I mean, I give full credit to them, even though that they can be, the we know it all kind of parents.
Right.
They've actually
Overprotective
left, they've kind of left it on me, and they said, you go make your own mistakes and enjoy your own success.
Okay.
And Ranbir, it's a very unusual choices which you made. This young actor like you, he would want to do a typical hero kind of films.
But so to be honest, I saw heroism in these films. I didn't sign these films thinking they're experimental films, or I'll try and make my mark as an actor in a different way. I do want to become an actor and a star. I have a great example here. I want to merge everything. But I saw heroism in this. I saw commercial aspect in these films. So I'm not really trying to be different. I'm not trying to do offbeat films. I'm not trying to prove a point. We all have grown up, like you said. Acting has to come with something. It cannot just be stage pe jaake acting kar liya and there's no audience. It's not just a self-satisfying profession.
But obviously your taste is not usual. It is unusual, as compared to what normally we see films being made,
exactly.
which is good. I mean, I'm appreciating that.
Then thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I feel even my taste is very unusual.
It is.
I agree with him. Even I'm not trying to be कि यार मैं अब कुछ अलग ढूंढता हूँ. मैं वो नहीं कर रहा हूँ. मैं वही चुन रहा हूँ जो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है.